This is NDTV. And you're watching Ndtv-Hindu.
Just a day after the announcement of the poll date for Tamil Nadu, the political scenario in the state is completely on heat. The DMK camp in particular seems to be feeling the election jitters. On the one side, the Chief Minister and DMK patriarch M. Karunanidhi has slammed the Election Commission for what he calls a hasty announcement of the poll dates. On the other hand, the DMK and its main ally, the Congress, are rushing for their talks to finalize the number game. My colleague Peer Mohammed will join us with all of the details on that big developing story breaking right here on Headlines Now. Good evening, I'm Evelyn Matthew and these are the headlines at this hour. The top man of the state slams the Election Commission's poll date arrangement. According to sources, he's called it a hasty decision. Sources say the Congress and the DMK will finalize their seat sharing numbers tonight. Ghulam Nabi Azad to reach the city soon for the third round. It's a problem of plenty, it seems, even as the Election Commission claims 99% of Tamil Nadu has voter IDs. Multiple cards are issued to some. Stop distribution of DMK government's free colour TVs immediately, the Election Commission warns district collectors. After joining Amma's team for the polls, Captain hits out at the DMK for corruption, says his first duty is to drive out the DMK. And the Revenue Intelligence gets hold of 33 kilograms of the party drug ketamine worth 3 crore rupees. 2 smugglers are in custody. Let's also bring you the rest of the day's news nationally as well as internationally. Libyan leader Gaddafi tries to calm tempers. He blames Al-Qaeda's sleeper cells for the unrest in his country. Huge explosions are reported in Tripoli as the US repositions its warships in preparation of possible emergency operations. After Salman Taseer, Pakistan's only Christian cabinet minister Shahbaz Bhatti is assassinated for opposing blasphemy laws. NDTV reports from inside Libya, an exclusive ground report from the east of the country where Gaddafi loyalists are now advancing. And read the rules carefully before you challenge umpire decisions, the ICC tells Dhoni after the Ian Bell controversy. Well, a day after the Election Commission's poll date announcement, Mr. Karunanidhi is upset, objecting to the election schedule set by S.Y. Qureshi yesterday. The Chief Minister now calls it a rather hasty announcement that did not count his view at all. Even though the heated polls of an early summer election is 42 days away, the Chief Minister is already sweating. He said, in fact, in his party organ, Murusoli, that the gap of a month between the voting day and the counting day was inexplicable. Earlier today, the BJP and the left had also slammed the poll dates arrangement as it coincided with exams in the state as well as Tamil New Year celebrations held this time around, thus impeding upon the festivities in the state. Karunanidhi has now questioned the rationale behind the poll panel's action. He added that the political parties in the state would barely get 2 days' time for the ministry formation as the assembly had to be summoned by the 17th of May.
I have been speaking to senior journalists who've been covering the Election Commission as a beat itself for several years now. It will be historic indeed if the Election Commission would actually consider or reconsider or perhaps even change the dates of polling. However, with the Chief Minister saying that the state was not consulted on the dates and wanted to know the rationale behind the poll action, clearly means that the Chief Minister has decided to aggressively question the decision of the Election Commission. We are yet to know from sources. We have been asking them for more clarity, and they are to get back to us about whether the DMK and of course the Chief Minister in his capacity as the Chief of the State will actually file a formal complaint against or file a formal petition questioning the EC's decision. But it will be historic really, even if it is reconsidered. But for now, the Election Commission, what we hear from New Delhi is that they are very, very firm to make sure that Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Puducherry will go to polls on the same day, which is the 13th of April.
Well, that was our senior editor Radhika Iyer there joining us with some more details from that statement and the DMK's party organ. But clearly, preparedness is going to be that one factor that all of the politicians in the state are going to be spending sleepless nights thinking about. Tonight, more than anything else, could spell heaven and hell at the DMK headquarters. As Ghulam Nabi Azad touches down in the city, the All India Congress General Secretary as well as the Tamil Nadu in charge will be sitting in with his southern allies, the DMK, for the third round of talks, which now look like the last and final round. It becomes even more imperative now for the alliance partners to decide on the crucial arithmetic between the two. Joining us over the phone line right now is our senior correspondent Peer Muhammad, who is at that location. Peer, we hear that that crucial meeting between Mr. Azad and Mr. Karunanidhi could be taking place at the DMK headquarters, even if it's going to be as late as 10 o'clock. How crucial is that? Because it looks like it's going to be very business-like in that atmosphere. It really is going to be made official then.
Yes, the talks and almost the final talks between the DMK and the Congress are on the cards late in the night today, because the Tamil Nadu in charge of the Congress Party and the All India Congress Committee's General Secretary Ghulam Nabi Azad is arriving at about 9 o'clock at the DMK headquarters, Anna Arivalayam. And in fact, on February 25, the Friday, when the five-member committee of the Congress came to Anna Arivalayam, they had some difference of opinion with the DMK leadership, particularly on the number of seats the Congress has demanded. It was reportedly 90 seats, for which the DMK immediately said, we will talk to Delhi. And afterwards, the five-member poll committee met with Congress President Sonia Gandhi and Ghulam Nabi Azad in Delhi on Wednesday. And following that, the Ghulam Nabi Azad is arriving, and he is going to hold talks with the DMK Chief Karunanidhi. And most probably, they will be signing the deal tonight, because already the poll dates are announced. And on the other hand, the share in power demand of the Congress is also conceded by the ruling DMK, because the talks are happening under the cloud of the 2G scam. So the DMK is also in a weaker position, relatively weaker position, and they will be most probably agreeing to around 60 to 70 seats, according to the top leadership in both the parties. We will be knowing that by tonight, and the deal will be signed, if the deal will be signed or not, because Ghulam Nabi Azad is leaving for Delhi tomorrow early morning.
Right. Apart from Mr. Azad himself, is there any word on any other high-profile attendees from the Congress Party? And how many more hours are we away from the meeting?
Yeah, they should be meeting. The meeting should start anytime around 9 o'clock, and so what sources are telling us is the five-member committee, also most of the members of the five-member committee, including Thangabalu, the state Congress chief, will be there. Also, the other members like G.K. Vasan, Chidambaram also are likely to be there, because it is a crucial talk, and they don't have much time, because the Chief Minister and DMK Chief Karunanidhi had clearly mentioned in his letter to the party cadre in Muratuli that we don't have much time. The Election Commission has decided the date now, that we don't have in the next few days we will finalize the alliance talks. He had clearly mentioned, so he will be signing the deal, and we can expect him to announce it before any time before 10 o'clock also.
Right, so just barely maybe a few minutes away from that big meeting. Thanks very much indeed, Peer, for joining us with your inputs. That's a story we will be closely tracking right here on Ndtv-Hindu. Clearly, there's no escaping the pressure now. The DMK will have to settle on the numbers, settle for the poll dates even, and play by the rules of the Election Commission, as they now have to even play by the latest rule in which the Election Commission has pulled the plug on one of the DMK's favorite please all schemes, that's the free color televisions for the residents of the state. The announcement of the voting day means that the model code of conduct is already in effect. So far, 1.62 crore television sets have been distributed at a cost of 4,000 crore rupees, for which the bill has been footed by the taxpayer. The government recently ordered another 10 lakh television sets, but with the Commission's notification today, these cannot be handed out. Chief Electoral Officer Praveen Kumar warned that the government should stop any more announcements or even schemes that may have the effect of influencing the voters in favor of the party in power. Also, the ministers cannot combine official visits with electioneering work. This is headlines now on Ndtv-Hindu. Still ahead, the sprawling campus of Madras School of Economics will host more students and staff, courtesy the union budget this year.